In this video, I'm going to share exactly what I feed my hens so they produce an egg every single day. Let's get into it. So the foundation of my chicken feed is Producer's Pride 16% layer feed. So that is the base. It covers all of their basic requirements that they need. It's fortified with calcium. It gives them the protein, of course the calcium for the eggshells, and the protein, for their energy. And that makes up about 80% of the feed mix that I make. I buy mine at Tractor Supply, and for a 40-pound bag, it's about $13. It is packed with the essential nutrients that they're going to need for their egg production. So I choose Producer's Pride because it is relatively cheap, it's economical, and it gives your chickens the basics of everything that they need. And of course I add other things to it, which we're going to get into in order to round out their diet. The second feed that I supplement with is Producer's Pride whole corn. And for a 50-pound bag, it's about $10 to $12 per bag, so that's pretty good. And that I mix that pretty heavily in with my food, so that makes up probably about 15% of their diet as well. The exact ratios, they really don't matter, so whenever I mix it in, I just dump it in and kind of eyeball it. Sometimes they get more corn, sometimes they get less. So I find whole corn to be great for chickens. I know some people, they don't like to feed their chickens grains and whole corn, and that's great if that's what you do. But for me personally, it's a high energy food. It gives them enough calories for the day to get out there and search for bugs and whatever else that they need. It's kind of an insurance policy for me. It gives them just enough calories so that they can go about their day to produce those eggs. These high energy foods, especially in the wintertime, are great to help keep them warm. They do eat a lot more of these grains and things in the wintertime. In the summertime, they eat much less because mine are out free ranging and getting bugs. So of course, chickens, they love corn. A lot of times I will just throw it in their pen, chicken run, so they have to walk around and look for it and peck for it. They enjoy doing that a lot more than eating out of a feeder. And then if you're going to give them corn and these harder grains, they definitely need some type of grit for their gizzard. Of course, they don't have teeth, so they have a gizzard. It's like two muscles, and that grit gets between there, and it helps grind up the corn and the grain. My hens, there's a lot of dirt and rocks and pebbles, so they'll use that. I also feed them crushed up oyster shell, and what that does is it acts like grit as well, and they also use that for extra calcium to produce those hard shells. The third thing that I feed is the Royal Wing black oil sunflower seed. There's a few reasons I like to feed them the sunflower seeds. There's an essential amino acid that chickens need in order to be healthy, have great egg production, to grow their feathers. This amino acid is methionine. And so methionine is very, very important for these hens. You don't get it from corn, you don't get it from wheat, and a lot of other things. So the sunflower seeds are high in this. The only thing you need to watch out for with the black oil sunflower seeds in the summertime is they can overheat from eating this. It has a high fat content and a high oil content. Whenever they eat it, it heats up their body. In the summertime, you want to go a little bit more sparing. It doesn't need to be 20-30% of their diet. I make it like maybe 5% of their diet in the summertime. You always want to make sure that your chickens have access to fresh, clean water every day at all times, and then they have the ability to get in the shade and to cool off as well. No matter what you're feeding them, they need this. But it's very, very important if you're feeding them the black sunflower seeds. In the winter time, of course, I'll feed much heavier with the sunflower seeds because on those cold winter days, it does help keep them warm. You'll find out that they'll eat a lot more of the sunflower seeds, and they'll eat a lot more of the corn and the grains. And the fourth thing, I think it's the fourth, I think we're on number 4, is the millet. So I use what's called Proso millet. It's because it's a little bit cheaper where I'm at. Bag of it is about $19 for a 50-pound bag. This year what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant a plot of it and see how well it produces, to see if it's even worthwhile to kind of grow your own. It is very high in the essential amino acid methionine, so I feed that much heavier in the summertime and kind of go easier on the sunflower seed, and then in the wintertime I reverse it. Less of the millet, more of the sunflower seeds. And I'll put about a tablespoon, usually a little bit less than a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in their water. It helps with parasites and it helps their gut health. Some people say it doesn't matter one way or another, and I'm not for sure, but it's just something I do a couple times a week. Also, in order to help with the parasites, if chickens get parasites, their egg production will go way down, their health will go way down. So I will use diatomaceous earth. I'll mix that in with their food where it just coats it a little bit, and then so they'll get that in their system, and it helps keep parasites down. And this greatly improves their health, and it greatly improves their egg production. You get parasites or they get sick, and all of those things, their health, egg production plummets, goes way down. And then the fifth thing, some people are not able to do this because of where they live, but if you could free range your birds, they will go after the bugs. They'll eat all the bugs out of your yard, and they prefer eating bugs, insects, over anything else. They will take that over seeds any day. Mine run around, and then you'll notice in the summertime they won't eat a whole lot of their food, not near as much as they do in the wintertime, when of course the bugs are more scarce. You can let yours free range, go ahead and do that. A tip that you can do if you can't let yours free range, and even if you can, I do this as well, is whenever you cut your grass, go ahead and rake up that green grass, put it into the chicken run. They will pick through it. They'll eat pieces of the grass. There's also bugs that are naturally in the grass. Take your lawn clippings and just go ahead and toss it in there. They love it. So anyway, guys, these are a few of the things that I do, and I get great egg production from my hens. I get on average an egg every single day, especially in the spring through summer. It does slow down in the winter and the fall, but there's some things I do to combat that. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below, and also hit the thumbs up button and like and subscribe. It would greatly help out this little channel to grow. And thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.